Okay guys, so I wanted to show you how I'm making the legs for my bee. So when shaping this to pound out, you want to make it a little bit smaller than this because it's gonna stretch once you pound it out. So I'm gonna form mine, kind of make it smaller. Kind of give it the shape that I want it to be like. And again, this is a 16 gauge tin copper wire. I hate to throw this in there, but all the stuff that I'm using, pretty much everything except for the glass and the solder, I sell on my website, reneestainedglassworks.com. You guys can go over there. I also have some free patterns over there. I have a free Valentine gnome pattern right now. So this looks pretty good. And I'm using my little vise here. Has a little surface. And I'm using my hammer. I have this up close so you can see. And I am just, hopefully it doesn't shake the, I'm using my phone, doesn't shake it too much. And I'm going to try to do it like this. I'm just going to shape it by pounding out my wire. And you see that? And then we're going to put solder over top of this. And you really just want to keep hammering it out. Not to where you break it, but kind of just try to shape it and get it the way that you want it. The nice thing about this wire is it's pretty pliable. So I hope that everybody, I'm trying to do this in a way that everybody can see. I'm in an awkward position. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And then we'll go ahead and solder that. Okay, so I had to reshape another one. That was kind of an awkward position I was in. I didn't get it the way I wanted it. But you guys get the point. This is the other one right here that I did on video. And this is the one I just reshaped. Wanted it to be a little bit smaller. So that's going to be his bottom legs here. And I still think that I'm going to cut it down. But you know what I am going to do? I pounded it pretty thin, so I want to be careful when I bend it. I don't want to tear it. And you can, you know, I should solder it first and then maybe bend it. Won't be so flimsy. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh. Move him up here. Make sure that everybody can see. This is the liquid Novacan flux that I used. It seems to flow really nicely. And then sometimes I'll go over it again with the gel flux. And I dip my tip into the liquid Novacan. You see how it tins it nicely? Picks up the solder nice. Just like that. I hate putting little advertisements in, but if anybody's interested, you can get those on my website, reneestainedglassworks.com. I sell both kinds of the flux. So you want to let that cool down if you want to mess with it a little more. But it's looking pretty good, even just like this. I'm not sure that it's cool enough yet. Let's see. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. And I think, and I'm holding it flat like this because this bee is going to go on top of the honeycomb. So I want to make sure everything is flat and sits nicely on there. And let's see. See, if you mess around with it too much, it's not a good thing. And I have a problem with that. I should have my thermal finger guards on. This wire gets pretty hot. These are amazing to have. Again, check out my website, guys. One of my most popular sellers. Okay, so I'm liking the way that looks. I'm gonna snip it. Guys, you want to make sure when you're using any type of wire that you have some sort of eye protection on. Very important. Wire is can be very dangerous. So that's looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna pound this end out here a little more, make it a little more flat so I can get a better curve there. Okay, so I pounded it out a little more. It's nice when the lead is on there like that because the solder, because it gives you a little bit more to work with. It's not as flimsy. So that kind of looks like the shape that I'm going for. So I'm going to add some flux. Oops, there it goes. Trying to let it solidify here. And you want to be, when you're pounding out the lead like that, you see how fast it melted as soon as I put it on. So you want to be fast, or maybe have your iron. I should probably turn my iron down a little bit, but I'm still pretty happy with the way that it looks. Looks pretty cool. Looks very bee leg like. What do you guys think? Do you guys do the same technique, or do you do something different? If you do something different, please share with everybody. We would all love to know. So thanks everybody for watching. I just wanted to share this really quick, and I hope you all have a good night.